Number 1. You know that feeling, the one where the air around you suddenly feels wrong? Like there's something just beyond the edge of your sight, watching? That's how it started for me the day we brought Max home. Max was this rescued dog we found online, a scruffy little thing with these sad, soulful eyes that seemed to carry a weight no animal his size should. From the moment we stepped inside, Max wouldn't stop staring at one spot in our living room. It was just an empty corner, blank wall, no furniture, no light source. But he was obsessed. At first, Mark and I laughed it off. Maybe he's just got a favorite spot, I said, trying to ignore the chill crawling up my spine every time I saw him locked on that corner for what felt like hours. But it wasn't just the staring. Sometimes Max would growl low and mournful, like he was hearing something I couldn't. Sometimes he'd whimper quietly at night, refusing to move from that corner. One evening, I tried to shake off the feeling. I turned off every light in the house, leaving only the faint glow of streetlights bleeding through the window. The silence felt heavy, like the air itself was waiting. Max suddenly stood, hackles raised, staring right into the dark corner, eyes wide like he was pleading. I swear I felt someone or something was just beyond the shadows. We needed answers. The next day we took Max to the vet. That's when everything changed. The vet scanned Max's microchip, frowned, and handed us a faded piece of paper. This dog belonged to a little boy named Daniel, he said quietly. He lived here in this very house until he drowned in the pool back in 1997. My blood ran cold. Daniel. That name sounded so familiar. That night, the silence came back deeper this time, almost as if something was listening. Number 2. Later, digging through old boxes in the attic, Mark found a brittle plaque buried beneath ivy near the pool. The engraving was almost worn away, but there it was. Daniel, the boy who had died right here in our home. We tried to ignore it, tried to push the growing dread aside. But every night our dog's behavior grew worse. He'd whimper and paw at that same corner, growling at shadows I couldn't see. One night as I lay awake, I heard dripping water. The pool was covered and dry, but the sound came from the corner the dog never stopped staring at. Then something worse happened. I saw it just for a heartbeat. A small figure standing in the shadows, face pale and unreadable. A boy, silent, watching, and then gone. I didn't know what I wanted more, to believe I was losing my mind or that our dog, Max, was trying to protect us from something beyond understanding. If you ever hear a silence so deep it presses against your ears, if you ever feel a gaze on your back that no one else can see, maybe you will understand. Because Max still stares at the corner, still waits. And sometimes when I'm alone in the house, I wonder, is Daniel still here? Or is there something darker, something that can never leave? I don't know. But what I do know is this. Some things that watch you aren't gone just because you can't see them. And some corners should never be looked at too closely. Number 3. Have you ever felt the cold touch of something that isn't there? It's been weeks since our dog Max first stared into that empty corner, but the feeling, it hasn't left me. It's worse now. At night I hear footsteps, soft, deliberate, just outside my bedroom door. I check. Nothing. Max refuses to leave the corner. He growls low, more urgent, more desperate. Last night I saw scratches on the wall, thin, fresh, right where Max stares. No one else hears the dripping. No one else feels the weight of that silence. But I do. I started recording Max with my phone, hoping to catch what I can't see. The footage is strange. Blurry shapes, flickers, and in every frame a shadow moves behind the dog. Always watching. I took the tape from the vet's office and played it on an old VCR. Max's story isn't just about a boy who drowned. It's about what he brought with him. The night Daniel died, something followed our dog, something that never left. Last night, the dripping got louder, closer. I followed the sound to the pool. It was empty, but wet. Footprints, small, barefoot, leading to the corner. Max barked once. I turned and saw it, a pale face half hidden in shadow, the eyes empty, hungry. Then the corner whispered, a voice only I could hear, "Don't leave." I ran, but now the corner waits, watching, breathing, and I know it's coming back for me. Number 4. I haven't slept in 3 nights. Every time I close my eyes, I'm back at the pool, back in the corner, back in that moment where something not quite human whispered in a voice that knew my name. The dog Max hasn't eaten. He won't blink. He just growls now low, constant, like he's warning something or someone. I tried moving his bed to the living room. The growling stopped. But when I woke up this morning, Max was back in the corner, staring, and the walls, they're darker now, just around that spot, like the paint's rotting from the inside out. I set up 3 cameras, one in the hallway, one facing the corner, and one near Max. At 3:12 a.m., all 3 feeds cut out for exactly 60 seconds. When the video came back on, the corner was empty. But Max was gone. I tore the house apart. No broken doors, no windows open, no blood. Just wet paw prints leading to the attic. I didn't want to go up there. I did. I pulled the ladder down, climbed slowly, flashlight shaking in my hand. The attic was freezing and silent. Then my flashlight hit something in the far corner. It wasn't Max, it was a mirror. Old, cracked, standing upright and facing the corner. Its surface rippled like water under glass, and in its reflection I saw Max, staring, but he wasn't alone. Something stood behind him, something tall, thin, and twitching, like it couldn't stay still. Its limbs were too long, its face smeared like a bad painting, and it was looking at me. I turned, nothing there. But when I looked back, Max was inside the mirror, scratching the glass, mouthing something I couldn't hear. I touched the mirror. It was warm. Then it blinked. The glass blinked, and I heard it. Behind me. That whisper again. "Don't leave." I ran, tripped, fell down the ladder. When I looked up, the attic door slammed shut. Locked. The mirror's still up there. So is the dog, Max. But the worst part? I checked the footage again this morning, frame by frame. At 3:13 a.m., the mirror showed something new. Me, standing in the corner, smiling, and behind that version of me was Max, growling. Tonight I'll hear footsteps again. But this time they won't stop at the door. They'll come in. And if you're reading this, if you have a corner in your room, don't look too long, because the corner looks back. Number 5. Again, the corner is darker than it should be. Too dark. Even with the lamp on, that patch of wall swallows light like it's alive. The shadows there pulse. They move when I'm not looking, and sometimes when I am. I used to laugh at stories like this. Urban legends, Reddit threads, YouTube voices warning don't look under your bed. But that was before Max, our dog. Max was a rescue dog. Sweet-tempered mutt, scared of loud noises but never of the dark. Until the night he started growling at that corner. Just standing there, silent, frozen, his eyes locked on the wall. I thought it was nothing. A mouse, maybe. Then he started barking at the ceiling. I nailed the attic shut. Didn't matter. I still hear Max scratching from above. Only now it doesn't sound like paws. It sounds like nails on skin. That same night, the lights flickered. I thought it was the storm until the bulbs shattered one by one by one. I haven't checked the mirrors since then, but I feel it. Like a second heartbeat in the house. Something behind the ceiling, beneath the walls, watching. This morning, there was a handprint on my bathroom mirror. Small, wet, but the streaks ran upward. I haven't had visitors in days. Not since I told Rachel what happened. My sister laughed, said I needed sleep. She stayed over last night just to shut me up. She's gone now. All I found was her phone in the hallway. Still recording. The last video is 30 seconds long, no picture. Just static and breathing. Wet, labored, too close. Then something whispers, one more. Number 6. Since that night, I've started seeing things when I blink. Not behind my eyelids, inside them. Burned in images etched into my vision. A pale boy, floating in water. Max the dog, silent now, staring through a mirror that's no longer there. Rachel, her eyes wide and empty, mouthing a scream she never made. And always the corner. Tonight I lit candles. Turned off the power myself. Thought it might help. It didn't. The candlelight flickers violently when I get too close. The shadows stretch across the room longer than the walls allow. Then silence, total, like the world hit mute, even my breath gone. Then the flame dies, jump, a thump, behind me, then above. Then right in front of me, I strike a match. The flame flares, the corner is empty. But the walls, they're covered in writing now. Smeared in something dark, something slick. Just one phrase repeated over and over. Let it in. I don't remember writing that, but my hands are stained. Number 7. Have you ever been so afraid that your memory fractures? Not just forgetfulness, but pieces of your life gone, like they were chewed out of you. That's how it felt when I climbed into the attic. Like I was walking into a place that had already claimed me, long before tonight. The mirror was gone. In its place a hatch, small, black, breathing. I opened it. Beneath was a tunnel, and in the dark something moved. It crawled toward me, limbs bent wrong, head twitching like it was broken, its mouth hung open, split too wide. And inside, not teeth, not a tongue, me, a perfect copy. Eyes wide, smiling, and behind that smile I saw them. Rachel, Max, others, trapped, watching. Then it spoke, in my voice, your turn. It lunged. I woke up in the corner, but not my corner. A different one, colder, wetter. I looked down, and my reflection stared up at me, from a sheet of glass beneath my feet. The mirror, I'm in it now, and outside. Something else wears my face. It walks like me, talks like me, smiles like me. It's watching you now. Check your corners, because when the lights go out tonight, you won't be alone, and when you blink, it will already be inside. I hope you enjoyed these stories. Don't miss the next one. Smash the subscribe button to be one of the first to know when a new story is out. Thank you for watching. Till next video, goodbye.